All right, what's up, guys? Tonight we're going to be going over engulfing candle setups and how we can trade them. I was looking at USD CHF. My favorite time frame for engulfings is 4 hour. So I see a potential setup here for a sell. So when we get a nice big engulfing candle like this bearish engulfing, I like to box in the bull candle, the little bull candle sitting right next to that large bear candle. Box in that zone, drag it over. Depending on what kind of trader you are, you can, and how you feel comfortable trading, I can't always be on the charts. So I'm more of a set it and forget it kind of a trader for right now till I'm full time. But if it were up to me, I would set an alert on my phone, and then I would zoom in on the 15-minute or 30-minute chart. So when the market comes up to my zone, I would catch a nice reversal candle setup. We already have a double top M formation in the zone here. So I potentially could just catch a bearish engulfing on the 15-minute and call it a day. Me personally, lately, the way I trade these is I'll set a sell limit here and possibly a sell limit at the top, TCup style. They won't always come to your TCup order, which can be annoying sometimes. I used to trade TCups a lot, and I still do. I use more confirmations with what the market is doing. And so if you guys have any questions, just throw them in the chat. We can unmute you. We can talk about it. So what I was saying is I still trade TCups quite a bit. I've gained an understanding with these bearish engulfing candles, though. So the first place of rejection on an engulfing candle, since we're going over engulfings in general tonight, see, this is a long bear candle, and each candle that it engulfs is a potential sell opportunity. So when the market comes back up to this first candle that this candle engulfed, what did we get here? Touched that zone, had about six pips in drawdown. Yeah, 6 pips in drawdown, and gave you close to 40 pips. Let's see what the next zone, the next engulfing candle gave, the next engulfed candle gave us. So market came up to this zone and shot down from that zone. I don't know. I mean, we can go to the lower time frame. Might have shot down and came back up. I'm not quite sure, but there is a reaction there. So our next point of interest, this is the one I'm really interested in here, the candle sitting right next to this guy. But I did want to point out that every candle that this candle engulfs is a potential opportunity to catch a short. Now let's go through and look at what we can see through examples. So this is a prime example right here of a violated bearish engulfing. So I would have put a sell limit here. We did get a reaction here. If the market closes above this candle, if this 4-hour candle closes above, then you can look to buy the retest. So it basically just a breakout retest scenario here for 43 pips. Let's see. Let's see what happened. I think the same. Oh, that one would have worked. Okay, so off of this bearish engulfing candle, when the market came back around, this would have actually been a nice TCup setup because it came up to the TCup level. It came up 12 pips of drawdown and 67 pips. If you've learned how to trade TCups or you know the rules of the TCup, the 50 crossing over the 4 SMA still applies in trading engulfing. So let's look and see if we have an example here. Yep, right here. So we get the 50 crossing, the 50 EMA crossing the 4 SMA. Your very first engulfing setup is here. You can anticipate the market blowing through that engulfing setup because it's the first setup after the 50 and the 4 cross going up. So there is a reaction at that level. However, they came and plowed right through it. So now the top of this bearish engulfing is a fresh zone. So this would be a nice zone to look for a buy. So when we violate a bearish engulfing, we're looking for the sell here, but we understand when the 50 crosses the 4 SMA not to take the first setup. So we already know that, but it's a violated bearish engulfing. So when the market comes back over here and your moving averages look right, then you can look for a potential buy. Okay, let's keep going. Let's see what we got here. So here's a bearish engulfing here. If you were quick on this one, they shot up right away. So they did hit your TCup level here. When they came back around over here, they didn't go much past your bearish engulfing first entry. So the way that I was taught how to enter these is you could place a sell limit at the bottom, the middle, and the top. So here's your TCup zone, and then the middle and the bottom of the bull candle here would just be your engulfing sell zones. So they hit the bottom one only and then tanked. Oh, let me throw, excuse me guys, let me throw the Zoom link in with my team on Facebook. Once it's ready. So we got, oh, we were over here. So they only hit the first bottom entry here at this location and dropped 83 pips. if you know, you can take partials and leave trade, part of your trade running. If you do, you could benefit from the market continuing. Up this particular setup, that was a 2-week hold, but nearly 200 pips just off that engulfing, and what a pip of drawdown. So if you use proper risk management, start taking money off the table and leave a small runner, you can capitalize on the full movement. Why is this still not updating? Sheesh. Just a moment, guys. Okay. Okay, so that was a beautiful engulfing setup right there. So this particular bullish engulfing, man, sometimes they don't make it perfect, but we have a bullish engulfing here. If you were to set your entry on the little baby wick right there, could have caught a nice buy off this bullish engulfing candle. Nice 73 pips. We're looking at USD CHF too. This pair doesn't move like crazy. So one thing to consider here. But they bought off this bullish engulfing, nice little buy. When they came back and held below, when they held below this level here, you got to retest, stop hunt, and then dump pretty good here. So if I put a limit order here, 12 pips drawdown, 67 pips, nice sell off there. Here's another bullish engulfing candle set up here. No, I can go over US 30 though. We have a bullish engulfing setup here. So the market comes back and retests this zone, shoots up, retests the zone, and shoots up again. From my buy limit area, shot up 75 pips. So here's another example. They did come to the TCup level on this and tanked there. So let's look at US 30. So I trade engulfings with US 30 quite often. It respects them a lot. So here's an engulfing candle, a bearish engulfing candle here. Sorry for my chart, it's a little bit messy. I get down and dirty with US 30. So we have bearish engulfing here. I mean, team, how simple is this? Okay, so we're on the 4-hour chart, my favorite time frame for engulfing trade setups. Okay, TCup level is I'll show you. TCup level is a bullish, bearish, lower low, sell limit on the top of these two candles that are flush. When the market comes up, forms a TCup, and then they pour the tea out. So that's a TCup level here. Now, here's another potential TCup level right here, but when they come back around, they don't hit your entry for the TCup. They respect your bearish engulfing level and then take off. So, you know, TCups are nice. They're very simple and easy, especially for new traders. I love TCups. Just be prepared to have your sell limit, and you're looking at your phone, maybe looking at, see, okay, you know, I had that. Wow, GA just popped back down. You might be looking at your pending orders, right, for your TCup, and it turns green. You're like, sweet, it's about to hit my order, and then it never hits your order, and then it shoots down 80 pips, and you're like, what the, you know? So I noticed that was happening a lot to me, like in a downtrend. They won't completely come back up to the TCup level. They'll respect the engulfing candle setup, and then see you later. So US 30, very volatile pair. How I trade US 30 is I may take 2 or 3 positions, 500 pip stop loss, 1,000 pip TP for my first trade, and then the other couple trades positions that I have, I let them run. I highly suggest, you know, getting more comfortable with trading before trading US 30. It's a very dangerous pair to be messing with, especially if you're not comfortable with a trading style, and especially if you don't have a trading plan. However, I will tell you that US 30 respects these engulfing candles, and if they violate them, then you take the retest on the top or the bottom of them. So yeah, Hugo's Way is who I use to trade US 30. So you know, I do go more than a 0.01 at times, but a 0.01 I can make $400 on. You know, this pair moves 4,000 to 10,000 pips a day sometimes. So you know, just be cautious is all. And I'm saying like 500 pips is somewhat of a safe stop loss. Sometimes they come to get you though. So yeah, 0.03 is sweet on US 30. That's a fact. So anyhow, this was a nice bearish engulfing setup. So they just missed you here, and they came back and wicked your limit order here, right? So according to my trading plan, I'd have 2 or 3 positions there. I mean, shit, man. My first position would have closed 1,000 pips in profit, like right there. And then my runners, I just let them run right here. Now I don't do fibs like this, so please don't take that I throw my fibs on the market this way. However, when I'm already in a trade that I know is valid, I might just do this for shits and giggles to see where they pull back to, okay? So just to confirm my bias, right? So my first trade closed at 1,000 pips, and I got a couple runners. I'm just interested to see, are they going to come bring it back up? You know, if they reject the 618, then I feel like I'm you know, scot free on that. But that's not how I trade fibs. It's just like an additional confirmation for me when I'm already in a trade. So right here, they nice little baby teacup set up here. So they went past the engulfing zone and then continued the dump here. $50 crossed the 4 SMA. So now you're really just looking for bullish engulfing setups, really. I mean, you can still trade the bearish engulfing setups, but like this one right here, that was a nice sell-off. Also a teacup. How am I reading the pips? Well, each dollar in US 30, similar to gold, is 10 pips. Okay, so $100 out of US 30 is 1,000 pips. So if my entry is 24,834 and I'm buying, then 24,934 would be my first TP of 1,000 pips. So now if you're trading with another broker, they may count their pips differently. But for Hugo's Way, that's how they count their pips. And it looks like, let's see, did they sneak one in on me? Yep, look at that. So a little bearish engulfing setup here at the top of, you know, I was really kind of hoping that they might bring this up a little bit higher. I was kind of looking at the fact that this might be the 5th wave of an Elliott's wave. But if that's all they got, that's all they got. I was really, what was I looking at? I really wanted them to go here, or maybe a little bit higher. $1 is $10. No, $1 is 10 pips. So from $25,202 here on the price of the Dow Jones, if it went up to 25,203, that would be 10 pips. Oh, no problem. That's per Hugo's Way, though, so I don't know about any other broker. If you're looking for my bias on US 30, this is pretty much my bias. I'm waiting patiently for an obvious sell-off. I'm seeing an Elliott's wave here. It did hit a monthly supply zone, so let's go to the monthly time frame. Okay, so there's the monthly time frame. What do we see here? A big ass bearish engulfing candle. Where's price at right now? Price is at the bottom of this bull candle, sitting right next to this. So last week I caught a couple shorts off of this zone because it's tested this zone. Okay, it shot up a little bit higher, I think today actually. So this whole box is potential sell-off area. Now, I mean, if you were to try and hold a sell here and they continue to bring it up, I mean, that's not what I'm entertaining. But so from 25,000 to 25,600, let's just round it up. That's 6,000 pips. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to hold a trade for that long because this whole zone is potential sell-off zone, and same with this zone here. So before I grab positions and hold for a large short, I want to be confident that that's where they're taking it. I don't really feel that confident that they're ready yet. Could they leave without me? Sure. It's happened before. See, did that happen today? No, that happened on Friday. So this was really where you would have wanted to get in. I was sleeping on the job at this location. I did catch a buy towards the end of the day. Caught like 750 pips or something. Yeah. So I think I caught this second leg right here, right off the 200 EMA. But yeah, the sell-off is coming soon. That's my bias. I mean, I'm not ready to enter quite yet. Like I said, I think I might have caught a sell here, caught a couple sells there. Then it came, extended the high, double top M formation, bearish engulfing on the 15-minute on the second leg of the M. And then, I don't know. But continuing on with our engulfing setup. So here is one of my favorite pairs, GBP AUD. So we caught a little short here. Looks like it's really having a hard time breaking through that engulfing on the 4-hour. We look at the 1-hour time frame. The 50 did just cross the 4 SMA going up. So I think our friends that caught the buy right here, that was a nice position for themselves, because I do think it's going to plow through this zone. You throw your fibs on there, perfect wick entry on the 618 from this large candle. So perfect entry. Oh yeah, perfect entry. I was eating dinner with the family. But okay, so here is a bullish engulfing. So bullish engulfing, we're looking to buy when the market comes back to this zone, right? We're looking to buy. And let me do this for you guys. I'm going to box this in how I do. So that's your buy zone. You're going to let me grab that? No. So there's your buy zone. So I box in the previous candle to the large candle engulfing. Yeah. Why I use the 4 slow moving average is it moves nice with price, and when the 50 EMA crosses the 4 SMA, I don't want to take the next setup for a sell-off, because typically it'll plow right through. So let me give an example. So we have the 50 crossing the 4 SMA here going up. We have a bearish engulfing setup here. So I would have set a sell limit right here. That one still panned out. Here's one. Okay, bearish engulfing. 50 crosses the 4 SMA. The market comes up to my sell limit. Mind you, I already know when these cross that the first setup, it's probably just going to plow right through it, right? So I already know that, but let's just say I didn't know that yet, and I'm wondering why my trades aren't as the win ratio isn't there yet. So I place a sell limit here. Boom, they break through, and what do? They retest that zone, because my zone is the meat of that previous candle right here. I box in the previous candle that is being engulfed, right? So they did sell here and there, you know, nice sell off right off the bat. So boom, 155 pips, and that's why I love GBP odd. So if you were paying attention on the job, not sleeping on the job, then you could have caught a couple wick entries for a nice sell off here right away. I love it when they do this right away. You know, you don't have to wait forever. So this was a nice move, but by the time the 50 crosses the 4 coming up, they plowed right through your entry. They broke out and retested your zone. Oh, EU buy limit engaged. Straight in profit. And that was off of an engulfing setup. We'll look at that in a second here. So that's why I used the 4 SMA. It was something I learned with Lizaldo Tavares when I was learning how to trade TCups. So it's something that I've taken along with me ever since the beginning of my trading. Let's look at EU, because EU just engaged my buy limit. Straight into profit. Okay, so go to the 4 hours so we can see this. In my Telegram, I threw this trade idea out to the team. So just giving engulfing trade ideas lately. They're very simple. You know, if they don't go your way, that's okay. It's easy for us because we know the rules, right? If they violate this and close below, then we just sell the retest. So we don't have to be confused. We don't have to go through emotions about it. We set our order for a buy. If it doesn't buy and hit our TP, that's fine. If it holds below, we sell the retest. And you know, here's another bullish engulfing setup here. Okay, so if they did break and hold below your first potential area, you know, and that's not much movement there, but you know, you'd have to break through this bad boy here. So, and I don't know if that would happen, but so we have bearish engulfing setup here that they have already played a couple times, looks like. So it's only a matter of time before this zone is weak enough to break through. So that's something to consider. We have a zone right here as well. So engulfing candles can be a game changer for you. It's a very easy way to trade. So here's a bearish engulfing setup, right? The market comes back, hits your limit order here, and we're really only, I mean, the way I was taught, we're really only supposed to take 25 pips from these engulfing setups. And that's what I do. I'll take partials there and I'll leave a runner because the market may continue just dumping. But as you can see, it hit the first target for the engulfing setup, and then they plowed right through. And by the time they came, let's go like this. Let's box in this zone. By the time they came back here, so they violated the bearish engulfing, they came back to retest. And I caught a buy and a sell and a buy and a sell on EU last week. None of them were crazy crazy pips or anything like that, but you know, 30, 40 pips at a time. Pips, you know, pips are pips. Before it hits first TP, do you move break even? I move to break even once it hits the 25 pip area. Let it ride more, then move stop loss to break even. So yeah, I would advise that once you hit 25 pips, you could do it a few different ways. So I would recommend splitting your preferred risk into 2 lot sizes. So let's just say you wanted to trade at 0.1. So take 2 positions at 0.05, one at take profit 25 and the other as a runner, or 0.07 and 0.03 for your runner. I took 70% of my trade on G8 earlier, so my runner was 30% of my preferred lot size, and they hit me at break even on the runner, which is totally fine. When the candles don't open where the previous closed, what does that mean? Is that a good indication for reversal? No, that's just a gap. That's just a gap in the market, and I don't trade gaps. I see them there, but I know, like, say for instance, from Friday to Sunday, why is price not in the same location? Well, that's because they don't stop trading. Your broker shuts down. Your broker shuts down for the weekend, but there's still trading going on. So that's why when the market opens, it's at the first available price, and there may be a gap. Now, if there's a gap and the market's moving up towards that gap, I don't assume that they're going to fill the gap right away. It's a dangerous game to play because, I've seen them do that, not close the gap, and then dump. And then, for instance, EU. There's still a gap I'm waiting on EU to fill. And Owanda isn't going to show it because Owanda is regulated. So I like charting up with Owanda because it's very clean. Let's go to fx.com. Yeah, so check out this gap. Been waiting for this gap to be filled forever, especially since we have a ginormous head and shoulders on the weekly time frame. So we have a gap here. So just imagine this was probably, let's just say for instance it was a Sunday. Sunday opened, huge ass gap, 176 pip gap, right? The market started coming down. They were coming down, right? all these people were probably like, sell EU, we're gonna fill this gap, blah 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 blah. Well, I'm sorry for their losses, man, because they never filled the gap. And then, you know, everybody's account blew because they brought this market up 1,700 pips and never closed that gap. The way I play gaps is I know that they're there, and when I find other confirmations going in that direction, sure. I remember a few months ago, all the CAD pairs had a big ass gap. So did oil. So oil, the Canadian currency is backed by oil, and I played that one right. There was a gap, but I had my technicals in place, and I traded that, and it filled the gap. Say we put a 0.02 and we move only 25 pips. .02 at 25 pips is going to be $5. So 10 cents. If that's 20 cents. 20 cents times 25 is $5. Okay, so we move only 25 pips. 145 or 290. Do I still book profits or let the trade ride? I mean, my GA trade idea still can, I mean, it still may go down, but I'm already out. Like I took my money and ran. So, what I like to do is take 70% of my money, and then I'll leave 30% running if that's what it's going to do. I really wanted it to run here, but am I going to hold my entire lot size and hoping that it's going to come down here? No. I'm going to keep compounding my account, so that way I can increase my lot size with my equity size. That way I can continue to make money. I'm just asking, if it was $5 profit, do you just take the money and go? If it was $5 in profit at 25 pips, I would take 70% partial. So on your MetaTrader 4, you may already know this, but maybe somebody else watching this video may not know this. So I just swipe the trade to the left, hit the check mark as if I was to close it, and then take 70% out. So if it's a 0.1 trade, then I would close 0.07, right? 70% for easy math, and that would leave 0.03 running. And I would put that runner at break even at that point. So I'm always compounding, always making money. Now, if I were to just hold the trade, it may come back and hit break even, or, you could just take all of it and run. It's all between you and your trading plan, and I was considering holding my runner, not putting stop loss at break even, but that's not with my trading plan. I am working on discipline, and so I throw standards sometimes. I'll throw a 1.0. I'll throw a 0.01 at first. If I'm confident in the trade, I may up my lot size. Um, yeah, I mean, I know we can't all afford to do certain lot sizes, and that's part of the reason why I have a trading plan that, you know, I stay disciplined to. So I take 70% of my trade off the table when I hit the first take profit of 25 pips on this engulfing setup, and then I let the other one run. The market came and hit take profit at break even. Who gives a shit? I mean, I still made money. I still made money. I didn't lose. So that's the whole point. You know, you build your account, build your equity, you can slowly raise your lot sizes. Engulfing candle setups are going to enable you to compound your account quickly. I'm telling you guys. I mean, I wouldn't be on here preaching about engulfing candles if it wasn't true. They're real simple, um, real simple way to trade. You know, um, and if they violate your order, like right here, if I placed a sell limit right here, guys, am I gonna cry that it didn't sell off when it came back? Well, it did a little bit. See, look, did it hit my first take profit? Oh, I'm golden. They shot down 65 pips. So my first take profit was smashed at 25. I take 70% of my money off the table. I let 30% of my lot size run the other 40 pips. It was a good freaking day. And then guess what? Guess what they did? They violated the bearish engulfing candle. Okay, awesome. I'm patient. I'm not looking at this. Let me zoom in a little bit. I'm not looking at this market thinking, "Oh shit, man, I better get in. They're it's going hella bullish right now." No. No, I could give two shits. No retest, no trade. If they don't come back and retest right here at this zone, I'm not interested. And you can box in the meat of this candle is your zone. So if they don't come back to my zone, I'm not chasing the market. No, I'm not chasing the market. But I know how they work though. They come back. There's more money down here. Somebody's stop loss was engaged, maybe some sell stops were engaged, and then they took it back up. So oh, my bad. Yeah. I'm borrowing my homie Ryan's Zoom because I'm lazy and I haven't paid for a Zoom yet. So my name's Doug Tabor. Um, I created the golden heel flip strategy. So it's really not all that much of a strategy. I mean, it's just trading market structure, but I call it the golden heel flip strategy. So yeah, I'm Doug Tabor borrowing Ryan Brown's Zoom. Um, been lazy. I haven't gotten my own Zoom yet. He's my upline with IML. Um, so where was I going with all that? So yeah, pretty neat, right? So 65 pip sell off here at this engulfing zone. They broke through retest. Look at this buy, man. And this was easy. The rules to this engulfing trading approach are very simple. That's what I love about it, guys. So, if you're anything like me, which I'm not going to assume you are, I struggled with emotions and the psychological effect that the market gave me, right? So it's still something I'm working on today. That's why I'm enforcing, my trading plan and staying disciplined because I'm serious about this. It's going to become a full-time thing for me soon. So, um, You sell at a bearish engulfing zone, and you catch a sell. If they break, you buy the retest on the top of it. So, and it's the opposite for a bullish engulfing. Here's your bullish engulfing zone, guys. It's this simple. It's this simple. I'm telling you, I don't know how. I mean, thank you for being on this Zoom. I'm not getting paid for anything like this. Me teaching you guys things and methods that I use how to trade help me become a better trader. And I can't keep this stuff unless I give it away, right? So that's my desire is for us all to become financially free. So we all deserve it. You're here on a Sunday night, So check it out. Here's a bullish engulfing. When you get an engulfing candle, now, mind you, I like them to be somewhat large. So like this, boom, nice bullish engulfing. They come back. Yeah, they hit an inverted teacup level. Sure. Do they always do this? No. And so that's why, if anything, you could place a limit order here, limit order in the middle, limit order at your teacup level. GA, one of my favorite pairs, like I said. Look at this. I mean, this is just let's just take it from your first entry. How many of you guys could live with 800 pips in 9 days? Then you're going to be able to afford to throw a 0.1 lot, right? So you take 70% of your trade off the table at 25 pips, and you just let the runner ride. Let it ride. Let that bitch ride. Okay? So, oops. Again, I wouldn't be sharing engulfing candles with my team, my golden heel flip team, my IML team, anybody else that I invited if I wasn't a true believer. And the fact is, when they violate your zone, here's a prime example. So what do we have here? Bullish engulfing setup. What are we looking for? A buy, right? Bullish engulfing, come back, buy. They don't give you the buy. Okay, cool. I don't give a shit. I'll wait for the retest. Retest. Break the zone, held below the zone, retest. I'll make my money back. I don't, hit my 30 to 50 pip stop loss. I really don't care. By the way, I use about 40 to 50 pip stop loss for pound pairs, but pound pairs move 2 days, 350 pips off this violated bullish engulfing retest. Now tell me, are you going to be able to afford to throw a 0.1 lot size on your next engulfing trade if you take 70% off the table at 25 and let your runner go? I hope so. Or maybe the next engulfing setup, you can do that. I mean, I want you to be, come on, guys. Are you serious about trading? Let's get it then. Let's get it. Let's grow our accounts together. If what you're using in your methods isn't effective, let's break it down. Let's get something simple going. Let's make it easy on ourselves. Let's take our emotions out of the game. I have other methods that help eliminate the emotions. Okay, I have other methods that help eliminate the emotion that humans have with their money. I mean, I'm attached to my money, right? But in this game, I can't be. So, this is just, man, this is just so easy. I'm telling you guys, I hope you're getting this. If anybody wants to unmute themselves, let me know. If anybody has some questions they want to talk about, because this shit really isn't fucking hard. This engulfing game just really isn't hard, man. So, and I'm telling you, the 4-hour time frame is my favorite for engulfings. Okay, here we go. Bearish engulfing. Okay, bearish engulfing. They come back around. You take 70% of your trade off the table at 25 pips. You let the other one ride at break even. 450 pips in 5 days. Come on, man. That's 1 week of trading. You didn't even have to trade anything else. All you had to do was set a limit order here and let that fucker run for the whole week. Spend the rest of your time with your family that week. Sure, you can speak with me briefly. I'll unmute you. So I want you guys to win, man. I want you guys to win just as much as I want to win. So there we go. So I hit unmute.
Oh, it's okay. I know how to work Zoom. I unmuted it. It says unmute now, so I
Okay,
unmuted
cool.
it.
Awesome.
Thank you, Doug, aka Ryan Brown. I just want to say thank you so much. Like, you don't even know, like, this is like a blessing because I literally, not even lying to you, just did Candlestick Bible study today, and we went over engulfing candlesticks today. And we literally did that right before we came on here. And I got 2 people on here that one person, she sent the link, and they were on there. So we feel like we're definitely on the right path. Thank you for this, because it's a great eye opener. And you're right, this shit is easy.
Okay, so check this out. God is reinforcing this style of trading right now
Absolutely,
with
I
you
agree
in
with
your
you.
life. So I do want to give you some advice. You know, take it for what it is. Go ahead and do whatever you feel necessary. I don't think it's necessary to study all the candlestick formations. There's a million of them. Okay.
Absolutely.
The engulfing candles are fire. I mean, if that's
I
all.
just, I literally just said that. I said that we're not looking at all of them. We're only going to look at 3: the engulfing, the doji, and maybe the tweezer, tops and bottoms. Railroad tracks, whatever. And but I wanted to look at the engulfing. That was the one I wanted to start with. So this is like definitely reinforcing, like you said, confirmation all day long. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, my pleasure. So I'm glad you're enjoying it. Um, Anybody
I'd
else
like
have?
to say something.
Yeah, let's hear from CS
You
Perlock.
you are truly a blessing. I'm just on here like this is just incredible. You look at all kinds of different ways to trade, and your mind just kind of gets boggled with stuff. But this is
Mm-hmm.
the simplest way that, one of the simplest ways that I've seen since I've been doing this. And I just like to thank you because, like you, I plan on walking from corporate America. This is going to be my everyday life. So this is
Amen.
awesome. You
Amen.
know, you have answered my prayers.
Oh, it's just God working through me. So that's my desire, not only to become financially free myself, um, but to help others to do the same. So um, let's take our lives back, you know what I mean? So um, this is awesome. This is
Now,
awesome. So I
now
appreciate
do
all the compliments.
do you plan on being in Vegas? I'd like to meet you personally.
I'll be in Vegas in March. Yep, I'll be there.
I'm gonna be there.
Ooh, too. I'll be there too.
Awesome. Awesome. I'm excited to meet you guys.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so
She,
much.
she was on too. That's my friend. We're on the same team. But yeah.
Where did you guys come from tonight?
This we're in Texas. We're in Dallas, Texas, and
What what telegram are y'all from?
The Telegram?
We're not. This is my personal Telegram.
Where'd you
A millionaire.
Where'd you catch the link at?
Oh, our other friend on here, KD Kendall, she's a part of your group. She told us about you.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's me. I got in your group. I got your link for your personal Telegram from Orion's Market Recap group.
Okay,
And
so when you're in Vegas, just shoot me a message on Telegram and we'll link up.
Oh,
that's
perfect. Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Not a problem. So appreciate all the compliments. Are there any questions? Any questions? Anybody want to hop on, talk about engulfings?
Hey, Doug, I just had one quick question.
Yes.
Yeah, this is Vanessa from San Diego. So,
Hey, Vanessa.
I know you're saying the only kind of, one not to take is if you're saying if the MAs cross, going upwards. Besides that, for the most part, kind of scope it out and it should hit the sell limit or. So is that like the only thing that would kind of interfere with the trade for the most part that you've been seeing with the strategy is like the MAs moving up?
Yeah,
crossing?
so basically the way that I trade engulfings, Vanessa, so I've taken what Wright has taught me about engulfings, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've taken what Lizaldo has taught me about TCups with the 50 crossing 4 SMA. And I've just taken that into consideration, if I'm looking for a sell-off right here, the 50 just crossed the 4 and the 4 is going up here.
Yeah, so that would kind of X that one out.
It would. So when I'm looking at this, maybe when I set this here, I still was good, right? And if I noticed when the market was coming back around before my order engaged, I saw this happen. I say, you know what? I'm going to erase my order because they're probably going to break and retest the zone as they did right here. I mean, and if I didn't catch it in time, Vanessa, that's okay. My stop loss was hit. I'm not going to cry.
Exactly. On to the next one.
Because look at what they gave me, and I don't have to be, so with this engulfing setup, guys, I don't have to be confused when my order doesn't produce. So a lot of the time, especially in the beginning of my trading, if the market didn't go the direction I wanted it to based on my technicals, I was left speechless, like, what just happened? What do I do now? And I was frozen. So with this particular engulfing setup, I want you guys to understand, if your sell doesn't happen, that's okay. Box in your zone here. So the bull candle right beside the bearish engulfing, and wait for a retest. They won't always retest your zone, and that's okay. But if they do, man.
And then you said when the candle breaks out, above the zone, then that's an automatic buy right there, like you were showing us earlier.
Yeah. So if they break out, see how they gave you a hint right here, Vanessa? So
yeah, I was exhausted.
So they held the candle above your zone and closed on the 4-hour time frame. So right there, and let me tell you, a lot of people were anticipating a nice sell-off here because of this doji, and this is why I say, just take heed to how much you study the candlestick Bible, because it's not the gospel truth. Just like engulfings aren't, right? But a doji close like this, people are on fire, going, probably over leveraging a sell here, and then it doesn't continue. Well, your hint was the 4-hour candle closing above your engulfing zone right here.
Okay.
Then you're looking for the retest for the buy.
No, yeah, you just explained it so beautifully. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, so real simple stuff. I think everybody understands, right? If not,
I have a question. What are the those moving averages again? Is that the 50 EMA and the 4 SMA,
yes,
or are they both simple?
it's the 50 EMA and the 4 SMA.
Okay.
I do have the 800 EMA and the 200 EMA as well, but
Gotcha.
those are just helpful additional confirmations to help me with a bias of the trend.
Yeah, I got you. I know how to read it. Appreciate it.
Awesome.
Hey, Doug, by chance, is this being recorded and put in the group?
It is being recorded.
Awesome.
Yep. And
Yeah,
I'm willing to go over anything else. It's a 9:45 over where I'm at, or we can cut it with just the engulfing for tonight.
Okay.
Anybody else want to learn another?
Can you show us your personal golden heel flip strategy?
Yes.
Or is, okay.
Okay, so last week, let me go to GA. Last week was a good week for GBP odd, and I caught this one and informed the team that there was a potential sell-off coming. You know, I just throw my markups in a Telegram group. I teach how I trade this particular setup, so those who are learning the golden heel flip know what to do when they see my chart. And this particular trade setup shot down 500 pips in 1 week. So these are the things that I look for, okay, guys? So I want, if you're on this Zoom, I want you to pay attention, because this is really what I've been motivated to put together from multiple mentors of mine. I've taken knowledge from these traders, these successful traders. I put it all together and made it my own through my own twist on there. So for this particular setup, I like to draw a trend line. You know, once they break my trend line, I start to get excited. Okay, so this is my first characteristic I'm looking for. And yes, did they do a double top bearish engulfing on the 1 hour time frame? Sure. If you trade MMM, you would understand that you could probably grab a sell position with your wick entry here. Sure. However, the golden heel flip helps help you understand that the market is actually changing momentum, right? So right here, you're still above the trend line. So yeah, you can catch a nice short. Are you guaranteed to go through this trend line at this particular point in time? Not necessarily. It can continue up, right? It's nice steep incline, bullish run here. So what I like to do is wait for the market to break through my trend line, and then we have a support level here, right? And I throw my fibs on it from swing high to swing low, okay? My entry zone is between the 50% and the 618 on my Fibonacci. So my Fibonacci is full on custom here, okay? So I'll show you my settings real quick. I keep the settings in my markup group. So it's real simple. I have my 0, my 0.5, my 0.618, my 1, my negative 0.5, negative 0.618, negative 1, negative 1.5, and so on. So the 0.5s and the 0.618s and the hundreds. So the 100 levels are my support and resistance areas. The 50s and the 618s are my take profit zones, or my break and retest zones, right? And I color my 618 zones, which makes a beautiful, nice little colored box in my flip zones. So I've been playing with fibs for months, guys. I've been blood, sweat, and tears on these charts because I've been inspired to put this thing together, and I'm just excited. I love to trade this way. It's very simple for me. So trend line broken, support level here broken. See how they gave me a little hint here? They're closing candles below this support level here. This is how I gather a hint that they might break through completely, right? So they break through my trend line. They hold candles below this previous support area here. They pull back to my 618 because I have a swing high here, a swing low here. A proper swing high will have 2 candles to the left below and 2 candles to the right below. A swing low will have 2 candles to the left above and 2 candles to the right above. So I have my swing high, my swing low. I have my 618 rejection. So my next take profit on this golden heel flip here. So I've created take profits for the safety of our trading. So let me do this because I took it off earlier for some reason. So let's put prices and levels. Okay. So my first take profit is going to be my 25%, okay? And that's if the market's not ready to take it down. Look at the reaction that we get at the 25% here. So we get a rejection, and then they shoot it back up towards your entry. I have rules in place with this method of trading and this approach of trading, which helps eliminate my emotions in the marketplace, okay? So them taking this back has no effect on me. This could be another 618 retracement. And if I wanted to confirm that, I can do that. Yep, they hit my flip zone. So the middle of the 50 and the 618 on a smaller scale. I don't trade that way. However, I understand what they're doing here. So my first take profit, 25%. My second take profit is the 0%. Look at the reaction that we get here. They wicked and bounced. Am I guaranteed they're going to break this support? No. So that's my take profit 2. My take profit 3 is the negative 31% fib level. Okay. A lot of people may ask me, Doug, why do you do your fibs like this? I mean, why are you using negatives? Why is your fibs not reversed like a lot of people do? I do what I do because I've studied these charts night after night after night with 2 hours of sleep going to work. I love math, and I broke it down to what works for me. I've been taught certain things that I've taken and utilized, but I've made a lot of things my own. So we have take profit 1, take profit 2, take profit 3. Our ultimate target in this particular setup is flip zone to flip zone, but I need us to get out of the danger zone here first. Hence our first 3 take profits, right? So we're compounding our accounts here before we get out of the danger zone. Once we're out of the danger zone, this is our I mean, I really want to hit this target first. Okay, so we hit this target. They throw a bullish engulfing candle here. This is to create emotions within traders, right? So, oh shit, it's bullish engulfing. We're gonna buy, buy, buy. Well, they don't buy. What do? We already know if the market violates our bullish engulfing, what we're gonna do, right, team? We're gonna sell the retest. Sell the retest. Wick entry. So
Oh,
at this level, you guys, at this next flip zone, I don't have any more money in the market. I've hit take profit 1, 2, 3, and then my fourth take profit. This is my final destination from this rejection here. Okay, guys? Money's out of the market. I wait to see what they do in this zone because they could do a W and come back up to this zone. I don't know that. Especially after this bullish engulfing on the 1 hour time frame. But they break through this zone, which I know is a critical area, and they retest. And they give me another opportunity to continue my short. So I start all over again. And I got my negative 100% level. This is a support and resistance area. So I know what they're going to do here. You know, this is a weekly line. We'll go over that either tonight or some other time. But this weekly line is fire too. I measure a pullback on the weekly time frame, and I duplicate that measurement as a wallpaper for the back of my chart. If I go to the weekly time frame, guys, I have equal measured lines on my chart. If I zoom in on the 1 hour time frame, I got respect in these zones. I get a breakout, retest, buy to the next weekly line. I get a rejection here, a sell to my next weekly line. I mean, this shit is fucking fire, man. I mean, I could teach you guys some stuff that is really, really going to help you become a 6 and 7 figure trader. I'm telling you. So, you know, these weekly lines are just phenomenal. So anyways, if I took this retest off of this bullish engulfing, this violated bullish engulfing, I see I'm coming up on this weekly line. So I'm probably going to take profit here. Or hold and see what they do. But I already know this weekly line has so much power on the back of my chart that, you know, so anyways, they pull back, which was probably, it may have been, you know, a 50% retracement, perfect 50% retracement here, because this is a large candle. So when they give us a large candle, we're going to take 50%. We're going to hop back in at 50%. So if I take profit at my weekly line, then I can hop back in at the 50% level because I'm looking at a large candle here. And then this is ultimately my next, my take profit zone from this zone. So we go from flip zone to flip zone until they're done playing. When they're done playing in the downtrend, that's cool. You know, how do I know that they're done playing? It could be tricky at times, I'll be honest with you. But what I like to see is I have a swing high here, right? I have a swing high here. When they take this market and they give me 100% or more of that swing, then I'm looking for another 618 to go in the opposite direction. It's that simple. It's that simple. And what are they trying to tell us here? They're trying to say, hey, I'm showing you an inverted head and shoulders. Up on the bandwagon. We're going on a bull run. So am I saying that GA is going to go on a bull run? It's quite possible. I don't know. We dumped 500 pips last week alone. You would think that they would at least retrace 50% of that, right? Thanks, guys. I appreciate all the compliments. I appreciate that. I would like to teach with IML. I really would. I wouldn't mind being on Swipe Trades or an educator, or having my own pip talk channel. All of that stuff sounds really cool. If that's God's will, I'm willing to do it. So anyways, that's the golden heel flip. That is the golden heel flip strategy. Just remember that trend line breaks, support breaks, retrace to the 50,618 zone. If those characteristics are in line, see, there's rules. I've put together rules to eliminate my emotions as a human. I mean, this is what it's going to take for me to become successful, right? So I have rules and guidelines that I lay out for myself. If the stars don't align, then I don't have the fear of missing out. I just move on to the next trade, or I wait for that pair to set up nicely. If these characteristics do take place, then I trust the process and what I've put together for myself. I take the trade, I set a stop loss, and I let it ride, and I do what I do to continue to compound my trading account. It's important to me that I follow and stay disciplined to my trading plan. If I'm going to make this a full-time deal, that's what I have to do. So that's the golden heel flip. That's it right there. It's real simple. Now, can we catch these golden heel flips after the first move? So the first move is going to be the head and shoulders, right? So this is totally a market reversal characteristic, right? So I felt blessed to actually catch this move last week, and then it dumped 500 pips. But if we missed something like this, can we catch something? I laid it out right here, down here. So this was the next clear sign here at the 50% for the sell. So we have a large candle. We're breaking support. You could have caught it right here, right? They came back for your entry, but they hit. Let me hold this fib level. So swing high. Let me zoom in. Swing high, 2 candles to the left, 2 candles to the right, below. Swing low, 2 candles to the left above, 2 candles to the right above. Rejection in our flip zone. Where's our ultimate take profit? Where's my final destination off this rejection? It's the next flip zone. Now we have this danger zone to get through, which I've created take profits to continue to compound your account. So we have take profit at the 25%, we have the 0%, we have the negative 31%. That's 3 TPs. TP3 was wicked perfectly. Who do you know that uses the 31% fib level, the negative 31% fib level? I personally don't know anybody. I'm sure somebody somewhere uses it because I broke it down mathematically and it made sense when I started back testing it. But I don't see anybody using that. It's a perfect place to take profit, isn't it? Back test this stuff, guys. Throw these levels on your fibs. Have some fun with it. Go through your charts. Say, man, Doug put me on this. I want to see if it really works. What if Doug's just pulling, looking at something that he already knew happened? I mean, pick a pair. Someone pick a pair, please. Someone say what their favorite pair is. Let's look at it. Let me show you a golden heel flip. Take profit 3, wick perfectly. They brought it back up to the 50%. They do this shit. There's too much money up here. Too many people caught this trade and are like in hog heaven, like, yeah, I'm deep in profits. And what do you think most people are doing here? Are they taking profits off the table? No, probably not. They were probably like me in the beginning of my trading career. Like, hell yeah, this shit's going to hell right now. I'm about to pay my mortgage on this trade. And then they bring it all the way, somewhere down here I would have put my stop loss at break even. And guess what they did? They hit my break even. Sons of bitches. And then what they do? What they do after they hit my break even? Dropped at 165 pips. Those sons of bitches. Man, they're paid to make money. They know what they're doing. They see all your stop losses at break even on the $1 billion software that they pay for. These banks are rich as hell. You think technology doesn't allow them to see us and where we're at in the market? Man, they know. They know. They know, man. So, anyways, I don't know why or how I was inspired to put together the golden heel flip. I guess I wanted something I could call I wanted a way to trade for myself I felt confident and safe with. I was sick of losing. So I soaked everything in that I could from different mentors. I took in different things and knowledge and methods and approaches. And I mean, it's real simple. Do people trade this way all the time? Sure. Do I add different confirmations for myself to help me feel confident? I do, but they hit the next flip zone. This was the final destination here. Perfect. Beautiful. And then I have a weekly line here. Yeah, bounced here, struggled, broke out retest, struggled again. I mean, it's straddling my weekly line right now. But this particular move has already produced flip zone to flip zone. Let's see, did we have anybody that wanted me to look at a pair?
GJ.
GJ. So I want you guys to see this, before I look at a potential setup for GJ, I want you guys to look at this with me. I want to help you understand my approach with this golden heel flip. So I have a trend line here that had been broken, right? I have a support level here where candles did not close below this support zone, right? Over here, they're giving me a hint here and here. Now, a lot of people see that as a double bottom, and yes, did it buy? Yes. Was it probably a stop hunt box off of the Asian range? Yes, it probably was. Did it shoot up 80 pips? Probably. Almost 100 pips. Awesome. Awesome. I'm not knocking that way of trading. I use stop hunt boxes to this day. That was a nice buy. But for the golden heel flip, I have a trend line drawn. I have them breaking that trend line. I have a support level here, previous support. They hint here. They're holding below, guys. They retrace. This, once they start retracing, this is when I get excited. I get excited when I see this. When all those characteristics start lining up, I get excited about this setup. So I got my swing high, my swing low. And they had GJ likes to wick, man. So she had a deeper retracement right to my weekly line, which was 17 pips away. This weekly line is fire, man. So when I see that weekly line, I probably, you know, I didn't catch, I caught GJ. I don't think I caught this position though. I caught another position down here. I think it was this 618. So I caught this 618 here. But when I see the weekly line right there near my zone, I might have set another limit order there, sure. And limit orders aren't for everybody. If you don't feel comfortable trading that way, then don't. Set an alert for yourself. Go to the 15-minute time frame. Wait for a candlestick formation to tell you they're moving it down. That's a great way to trade too. It's very safe. So they broke the trend line here. Support. They snuck a couple, you know, a little bit of meat of some candles down here below. They retraced my flip zones right here, right? 50 to 618. They grabbed my weekly line and they took it to my next flip zone. Now, what are they doing now? What are they doing now? Oh, we don't know. We don't know. Let's see. Got a trend line there. Could they bring it back to the 25% and reject for a continuation? It's a good possibility. Let's see what other confluence that we could have here. Let's see what else we have going on. So what do we see here? Bearish engulfing. Draw these zones, guys. When they engulf candles on you, get ready. I'll just leave that box pink. Box in these zones. Get ready. You know, if they don't respect this, that's fine. Buy the retest. No emotions involved. You know what they're going to do. If they respect your sell limit, sweet. You could probably take it back to this next flip zone. Bullish engulfing 2. Yeah, perfect. So there's a bullish engulfing here. There's a bullish engulfing here. So that's another thing that you guys can do, team. You know, no matter where you are in the market, where am I at up here to the left? I got a bearish engulfing. Where am I at down here to the left? Bullish engulfing. You just trapped GJ. You just trapped GJ. Okay. GJ is trapped. You don't make a move until she hits your zones, right? You're going to sell here. If it breaks through, you're going to buy there. You're going to buy here. If it breaks through, you're going to sell there. It's that simple. Proper risk management, you're making money. You'll make your money up if your original move isn't respected. It's fine. It's not a big deal. We don't have to get tripped up. One loss shouldn't blow our account. You know, it's let's make it simple. Let's make it simple for ourselves, you know. The 4-hour time frame, got a big bearish engulfing up here. So you know, could they reach up that high? There's a good possibility they could reach it up to here, you know, up to this zone. But we already know what to do, you know. Are we, you know, don't allow certain things to scare you out of taking a trade. If you take a trade because of confirmation that you're getting in the marketplace, you know, trust your analysis. If it doesn't pan out, it's fine. Buy the retest. And when I catch these golden heel flips, though, I already know what they do. So, you know, if they reject this zone like this, let's see, they closed above your 100% on this swing. Well, not quite. They're almost there, though. Yeah, don't overcomplicate it, you know. And that, I'm speaking to myself when I say that too. So I'm not perfect. I'm not a 6-figure trader. I'm a 6-figure earner, but you know, I'm hustling with 3 or 4 different ways, passive incomes. But I'd like to step down from my sales career. You know, I'm sick of bringing in millions and not getting the kind of treatment that I deserve working for somebody. But yeah, so you know, we just trapped GJ on the hour time frame. So we saw the golden heel flip. This is a market reversal pattern. So you know, how far could they bring it up before they continue down? I don't know. I mean, you just gotta take it as it comes. You know, you got a trend line. They break through. They hold below previous support. You got a retracement back to the 618. Your final destination is down here, but we have, you know, take profits all the way down to that zone. So if it doesn't make it there, I mean, look at take profit 3. Take profit 3, one could gather, man, they might be done. They give you a W on the hour time frame and shoot it up, you know, 100 pips or so. You could think they're done, and then they continue and they break all this support again. So let's just look at this. I mean, you can catch these all the way down in a downtrending market. So we have support here, broken, held below support. We have a swing high, swing low. Okay. Take profit 1, wick, retrace, take profit 2, and they were done. But I mean, with this particular little setup here, since we understand that we have support here and they broke and held below it and they started retracing, we could confidently take this trade because it's within our trading plan. And we know that we're going to take money off the table here. We're going to take money off the table here. And if they don't continue, that's fine. We already collected a couple bags. And this particular move, let's just say we took it off the 618. 82 pips. I mean, that's not bad for 10 hours. You know, and just imagine once you get your lots up to standards, or even if you never use a standard, if you use a 0.50, I mean, that's good money. That's a few $100. Do I only trade golden heel flips off the H1 and the engulfing off the H4? Those are great questions. Those time frames for those methods are preferred, yes. Do I only trade those methods at those time frames? No. In fact, EuroCAD, I caught a weekly golden hill flip. And let's look at EuroCAD real quick because, oh my gosh, we were on a Zoom, you guys, I don't know, a month or two ago, and this market is way down. So here it is. This guy right here staring at us in the face. We caught this trade. We caught this trade literally off this bearish engulfing on the 1 hour time frame. It was wicked. It was wicked. I mean, this is just unbelievable. We caught this trade live, just like we're zooming now. We caught this live, and I went and we were looking. We were trying to see what was going on, and they broke the trend line. Check this out. So the higher the time frame, the more pips you're going to get on this particular strategy, right? Now, if you're a trend line trader, you could have caught this, you know what I mean? But they broke the trend line. They did they sneak a candle? Just barely a little bit of meat underneath there, just barely, right? But this was a weekly golden heel flip. I mean, this was epic. Oh my gosh, they on the weekly time frame, these fuckers wicked the 618. Oh my gosh. And so they wicked the 618. They just what, 3 weeks ago hit take profit 1? Take profit 1. How many pips do you think take profit 1 was off the 618? $513 pips. 513 pips. Can you hold a trade for 2 weeks for 500 pips? I want to know. I want to know if you can hold a trade for 500 pips for 2 weeks for 500 pips. I honestly want to know, because I'll be frank with you guys. When this market hit 220 pips, I took my money and I ran. I took my money and I ran. Now, how ridiculous? Because let's be real. I mean, you're compounding your account, you're making money. You're making money. So, and yeah, 2 days, GJ, more. Yeah, that's why I love them pound pairs. But it's just crazy. Weekly golden heel flip right here. Take profit 1. And they broke, held below, and wicked, retested, take profit 1. See that? Crazy. And I got my weekly lines here. My weekly lines are set up. So yeah, I guess I got off on a rant because of the time frames. But yeah, I trade both of those methods with whatever time frame. So you guys want to see another cool method of trading that I use? This is called the trap candle, brought to you by Wright. The trap candle is dope. I love it on the 1 hour time frame, specifically because it produces much quicker than a higher time frame. So we got, let's see, what do we got here? The fibs are a bit much for me. I have to take them in little increments because it's adjusting the eyes, not used to your turquoise fibs, which I love. That's one of my favorite colors. I will be on top of the engulfing strap. Do you have any engulfing videos in your group? No, this is probably my first. I mean, I talk about engulfings in my Zooms that I've recorded. You may just want to watch some of the Zooms. I may not have all that much yet, but I'm recording, you know, as we continue to grow together. So awesome, you know. So engulfing candles is a great place to start. This trap candle could be another place for you to really find success. So these are the characteristics of a trap candle. Real easy way to trade, just like the engulfing setups. Here's my trap candle. The reason why this candle is a trap candle is because I have 2 or more candles within the body of this first candle. When I draw my trap candle zone, I box in from wick to wick all the way over, and I clone this. You know, I really, you know, I clone it for the top and I clone it for the bottom because I don't know which way it's going to break out. You know, in a downtrend, I would prefer to see it break low. I would. I really would. Why do you clone these boxes, Doug? You might be asking me. Well, because this is a measured move. What? A measured move? What's a measured move? Do you know these guys move in measured levels? Nah. The fuck are you talking about? You're tripping, Doug. It's all the acid you took when you were a teenager. No, man. They take these moves on measured levels, and I'll prove it to you. So we have our trap candle. We have 2 or more candles closing in the body of this candle. The minute they break and hold 2 or more candles below your trap candle box, what you're going to do is you're going to sell the retest, sell the retest, sell the retest. But Doug, where do I take profit? You're going to take profit at the bottom of your clone box. Booyah! Got him. Trapped those fuckers and took your money, and then they took it back up.
It's too easy.
It's too easy, right? It's too easy. Do these always pan out this clean like this? No. Just like any other method of trading, they don't always work 100%. But I'm telling you, this is another simple approach to trading that will help you eliminate your emotions that are involved when they're wicking up and wicking down and you don't know what level they're at or where they're going. You have these characteristics. You have these characteristics. Trap candle, because we have 2 or more candles closing in the body. They broke out with 2 or more candles closing below. You sell this retest. You take it to the bottom of your clone box. It's that easy. It's that easy. I mean, Orrin Wright taught me most of what I know. I throw my own flavor on it, you know what I mean? I've never seen anybody box up a trap candle like this. When I'm sharing my chart, you know, I'll do something like this with with a nice arrow coming back for the retest, and then an arrow coming back to the top, and I'll mirror this movement on the bottom because we don't know which way they're going to break out. Where would I enter on this? Well, on this setup, they closed 2 or more candles below my trap candle box here. So I'd be selling here. I'd be selling here, man, sell, 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 and I would take profit at the bottom of my clone box. Yeah, I mean, it's that easy. It's that easy. That's where you would sell. I mean, look at Luke Longmire, long money Luke. This is how he trades. This is how he trades every single day of his life. This is exactly how he trades. Does he break it down to a trap candle situation? No, it doesn't make a difference for him. If they break a zone, he's selling the retest. That's easy, right? For me personally, I need to illustrate this. I need to illustrate it for myself. Like the golden heel flip. The golden heel flip. Okay, so check this out, guys. You want to know why I got the golden heel flip? You're like looking at my logo. It's got a skateboard on it and stuff. Well, I love skateboarding. That's one thing, right? But let me just break it down. Let me break down my my strategy name. Here it is. So golden, because of the golden ratio, the 618 heel flip. So I used to trade. I created this strategy in the beginning of my trading. I called it the stiletto strategy. This is my stiletto. Market comes back up and forms the shape of a woman's dress shoe, right? That's an ugly looking dress shoe, but this is my heel. When they come down, find support, shoot a wick down here, this is my heel. So when they broke that support, they come back and retest my stiletto. So I like to illustrate things even from the beginning. So if I took a trade off my stiletto, I'd be making money. So that's where the heel comes into play. So golden heel, and then they flip. So we have an upright heel here, and then we have an inverted heel here. And this is just what this is just the stiletto was something I created, and then we have a swing high and a swing low. This particular pullback didn't come up to my 618. Let me try and find, what am I looking at? GBP, NZD. They don't always come back to the 618, but when they do come back to the 618, that's what they come to the 618 more than anything else, if you're drawing your fibs right. So let's see, what do we got? Golden heel flip. So I just want to draw it out real quick for you guys. So here it is. So we have a heel here, we have a heel here. Box in the wicks here. So the flip zone would be my skateboard. Let's put on some black grip tape here. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, how come it's not? Oh, okay, I got you. Oops. Oh, that's crazy. Black grip tape. So each heel is my skateboard wheel. So I just illustrate this. This is my skateboard, right? And it's going to be heel flipping down this half pipe until the market is done heel flipping. Yeah, stiletto. Good night, Alex. Yeah, so there it is. There's the illustration of my golden heel flip. So we have the 618 golden ratio. We have my heel flip, my flip zones, my skateboard. The heel on each side is where I illustrate my skateboard wheels. And that's it right there. That's the golden heel flip right here. Bam. And they hit take profit at my final destination for this move. They pull back, break through, retest, down to the next flip zone. So very, very, I love trading this way, and that, I mean, it's part of the reason I put it together and I'm sharing with everybody. But the more I teach it, the better I become at it. You know, trend line broke. You know, Oren talks about cutting off the head. So we have a left shoulder head gets cut off. We have the right shoulder here. Perfect market reversal characteristic. Yeah. So I think that's about it for me, guys, tonight. I let you guys enjoy some of my energy and my fire inside for trading. I'm passionate about this thing. I like to Zoom at least once a week, if not more. If you follow me on Telegram, I have a markup group where I send my potential golden heel flips. I also send my trap candle setups. I'm going to start starting today. I started doing engulfing setups. So the setups that I send in the markups group are things that we go over on Zoom, you know. So when you look at my chart, you can see what I'm seeing. I don't send out signals. You know, I want you guys to get this too. You know what I mean? Yes, I'll be posting this recording on Telegram. I will, for sure. Oh, you're welcome, Justin.
Thank you so much, Doug. I appreciate you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. You know, sometimes if I see something, we'll call a live setup, but it's Sunday. I looked at the charts earlier. They're to me, they seem like they're just setting up for the week, so I wasn't really ready. I did call a couple trades, nothing big though.
Didn't you call like GA earlier with trapping the candle?
Yeah, we did the engulfing on GA.
Yeah, I was a part of that, so that definitely helped me going through kind of like a trial run or seeing how that worked out. And it, I ended up closing, like you said, to close out in profit and just let the rest ride, and then closed out before it decided to do its reversal.
Yeah. So it's like hanging out. My original, that's a trip, you know. So it took me out at break even because of the spread. So I got in at 80.88.
Mm-hmm.
And they came back up to 80.83, and they took me out. They took my runner out at break even because of the spread.
Yeah, the spread would do that.
It's back down to 80.75. I mean, I already took profits, so it's good.
Exactly. Like you said, you got 70%. The rest is just extra. We're not going to cry over, something that we're blessed to even have in the first place.
Amen. Yep. Perfect.
I appreciate you so much, Doug. You know, I know you take a lot of time out just to do this, but besides that, I know it takes a lot in the lab and, just mastering the skill set. It takes a lot of time and effort. So I appreciate you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Vanessa. Yeah, it it helps me a lot teaching what I know. Just reinforces things, so it builds confidence in myself. So I'm glad to share the knowledge. So anybody have any questions? What we went over real quick before I shut it down?
No, it's a lot of thank yous and great Zoom, and definitely will be coming back again.
Awesome. Yeah,
Yes, thank you, Doug. I'm looking forward to the next Zoom. Awesome, man.
cool. Does everybody know where to find me on Telegram?
Yep, got you.
Yep.
Perfect. Perfect. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoy your week. Stay blessed, and I will catch you on the other side.
Right, appreciate it.
All right, man. Good night.
Good night.